Good evening. Across the city tonight, candles burn and hearts sink as fans of the hit series process the absence of...
Can you guys hear that? This is going out live, by the way. You can hear it?
Yeah, we can.
All right, I'm done. Oh, my bad, everybody.
...of its beloved host, Ben, from this evening's episode. No explanation, no message, just an empty chair and a lot of questions. Ben, if you're watching...
So you examined the returning starters, the efficiency ratings, and the incoming freshmen. All the numbers, they align perfectly. And that's why the Louisville Cardinals will not suck ass this year.
What an idiot.
Glenn, you're unemployed, going through a divorce, and thousands of dollars in debt. This appointment is court-ordered. And you've spent the entire time talking about Jalen Lowe's shoulder and Stokes' commitment. You realize this is a problem.
Stoops. I also complained about Stoops.
In 2012, Kentucky punched its ticket to the Final Four. But while the Wildcats made history on the court, another legend was born on the streets. They called her Kate on State.
Listen, we all love the Catican. They bring the gags, the laughs, and all the walla walla, and they go live after every game. But it's time we start to have an honest discussion. Is Ben's mustache doing all the heavy lifting for him? Sure, he's the one with the stats and numbers, but it's mostly for the mustache.
It's a Kentucky podcast, but not cringe. I'll play it for you while you sleep. There we go. Do you think Lowe's shoulder is okay? Anyways, Ben is my favorite.
It's the Catican, baby.
It's the Catican on YouTube. It's the Catican on YouTube. Grab a snack, sit back and join the crew. Kick up your feet, the Wildcats too. We talk hoops and laughs all night. Blue and white, the vibes are right. It's the Catican on YouTube. Your post-game home for all the hype.
It's the Catican. Guys, Kentucky might be a wagon. Kentucky beats Purdue 78-65. Belt to ass, beat them down. How we feeling?
Basketball's back. The weather's chilly. Our second team guys are apparently better than the first best team in the country. So, pretty good.
Yeah, super excited for the season to be back. Love what we saw tonight. Very excited to see how this season goes.
I liked it. I would say almost everybody on the team had a moment tonight where you can sort of grasp onto that and be like, I liked that. Maybe other than Yelovich, I don't like getting negative off the bat. So I'll spin positive. Jasper Johnson is a guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And he just seems ready for the moment.
Getting major Rob Dillingham vibes from Jasper Johnson so far.
Ooh, I like that.
I would love that.
Yeah, I feel he both got maybe overrated for a bit while we were recruiting him, and then incredibly underrated after he committed to where now it's like, oh, we maybe had him properly rated when we were recruiting him because he's awesome. And he had that moment right before the end of the game where he was just waving dudes off and going ISO, which is it's just incredible. And I mean, we weren't doing that last year.
Yeah, I mean, he went to the right, laid it up with his left. It was just so pretty. And then the next trip down the court, you could tell they all choked up on him a little bit, and then he does that lob.
He definitely does not lack for confidence, which you love to see out of a freshman's first game in front of like the whole crowd. He was letting it rip early and often.
Yep. Yeah. And I mean, every time he shot it, like I was never mad about a shot that he took. Right. Like
no, yeah, you just let it fly, big dog.
Yeah, yeah, very fun. I think that I think Aberdeen and Colin impressed me a lot. Maybe the most actually. So it's an exhibition game. No need to say we're gonna win 9 because of this. We already knew we were going to win 9, right? So, no need to overreact to this particular game. Our, rotational guys got a lot of good minutes against a quality opponent, and got some real live game minutes. And but what really impressed me was the ability for our backup point guards, who everybody has been a little bit sky is falling with Lowe missing some exhibition games, which is apparently all he's going to miss. But they locked Braden Smith up, and he couldn't do Braden Smith things. And that was something that I took that I think is sticky out of this. I mean, I think that we'll shoot better. I think our defense is just going to be insane.
That's what stuck out to me.
Yeah.
The defense looking as good as it did tonight against Purdue without JQ or Lowe. It's just like the potential there is insane, especially compared to last year.
Yes. Yeah. From the jump. And it's just, I mean, they're so athletic. I don't know. Last year, you can look now and see, okay, this is exactly what he would want to do if he had unlimited budget, right? And we're missing $10 million of our $20 million budget tonight. But you see the wings just on the perimeter. The defense was sticky and good and annoying, but then the post, nobody wanted to drive it, and then our guys in the post were just so much better than at the beginning of the year last year. We had 6 dunks. I think we might have had 6 dunks before Christmas last year. It felt like they just weren't dunking it ever. And then Noah, he's doing some Brea things, his off ball stuff,
The backdoor cuts.
Yes,
incredible.
So good.
I don't. Maybe I'm messed up in the head, but I'll be lying if I didn't have the thought of maybe Lowe takes his time coming back. We don't want to ruin the chemistry of the team or anything right now for game 2. Hey, vibes are high right now.
I think, but Aberdeen played a lot tonight, and I think that is. I mean, that was something that was very evident today. Was our guys being as deep as they are, and we're still missing guys, and they're still so deep. But they were able to run fast. But Purdue looked like, an October game, right? It's a little bit out of shape. They had, 7 guys that played or whatever. And
by the way, Purdue, no excuse for this loss. It doesn't look like they were trying or experimenting with anything. They had a bunch of returners off of the Sweet 16 team. We were missing 2 of our probably 3 best players at the end of the season. That's going to be 2 of our 3 best. And there was never a point in the game where I thought we were going to lose.
No, we did not. Oh, we took the lead once. Yeah, that was it.
It was just absolute, I don't know. I can't think of anything negative or worrying to take away from this. It's just,
no,
that was everything I could have dreamed of.
Bad shooting night.
Yeah.
This is a 90-point offense with a good shooting night.
We went 9 for 29 from 3.
Yeah.
You said you have no negative takeaways from tonight?
I'm
a doomer, so I have some things. We have
that perspective.
Brandon Garrison. It's same old story, it seems like, with BG. I want to believe, but he wasn't here tonight.
I thought BG looked really good tonight because what I was looking for was good decision making on passing, and which is what he did provide. And then defensively, he just gets in the way.
In the good way?
In a way.
Certainly in a way.
Yeah, I don't think that he's necessarily positioning himself to be, but he's just so long and athletic enough to where he was bugging them, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that he played pretty decent, but
that cross court 100-mile-an-hour pass he threw to Colin Chandler, I think at the end, that's just sticking in my mind. Is come on, Brandon, you got to be better than that.
I also found myself questioning my BG Leaf at certain points tonight, where especially when Malachi Moreno looks really, really good, and you start to wonder where BG's minutes are going to be when Quaintance comes back, and Moreno's probably only going to get better over the course of the year, and it already looks like he's about even with BG right now, if not, I mean, a little bit better.
I just don't think they didn't look like they played the same position tonight. So Moreno plays post. He didn't really do many of the like top of the key handoffs, like that type of stuff that BG did. When Moreno was in, it would either be Yelovich or Mo that would do that part, right? Which I think is great. It works. But like I do think that the offense looked a little bit more fluid when BG was out there, and that might be why. Moreno took a 3. I mean, that's only. I mean, both him. Okay, one thing is, both our bigs took good shots tonight, which was exciting. BG, what was he? 3 for 4, so he didn't take anything crazy. Moreno took 1 3 that he obviously wasn't going to hit, but if it would have hit though, it would have been so awesome. So I don't blame him for taking it. But other than that,
key check and a vibe check, you know.
Yeah. So 2 missed shots from both of those guys, like that's good enough for me.
You know, and then there was a time where I was getting a little down on BG, and then he gets the and one, and then gets another basket right after that, and I'm like, oh, we got a 5-0 BG run right now, and then we get the ball back again, and Brandon has the ball, and he starts waving dudes off like he's gonna go ISO with it, and it starts demanding the ball. And here's the thing, I like the memes. So when it's somebody behaving like that, the way that Brandon does, I do like that because I think it's funny, but that does not a good basketball team make.
He led the team in turnovers with 2. So it's only 2, but you know. But Malachi, I do think, looked really good. I do agree there.
Yes.
I like the BG Mo pairing, and then the Moreno Yelovich pairing. I think that there's some good salt and pepper type stuff going on with both of those pairings. Because I think Yelovich has a little bit more of a stretch game to him, and that helps with Moreno not having that really at all. But yeah, it is going to be weird when JQ comes back, because I think I don't know.
They're good. I think JQ being back, Brandon Garrison has his hot moments, has his cold moments. Hopefully, when JQ's back, it can just be Brandon Garrison doing the hot moments in his relatively limited minutes. That would be huge.
Yeah.
And then if he's cold, then you don't have to play him.
You got plenty of options.
Yeah. I don't think I saw too many. I think Cam, I like his shot. I feel like there was like 3 or 4 times that he could have taken a shot that he didn't. So maybe just a little bit more confidence out of him. But he defensively very good with his feet and just freakishly long. So he was.
They had him. He was guarding Braden Smith at the 3-point line tonight, just guarding him on the perimeter. I was like, oh, this is a cheat code to put your 6'9" guy on the other team's starting point guard.
Yep.
But not to I know we steered away from the BG stuff. I did have one more thing, is that Malachi Moreno, I can't sing his praises enough. Obviously, the free throw shooting might be an issue as the season goes on, but he's kind of everything that I think we thought we were getting with Brandon Garrison last year.
Yeah.
Where he's just athletic and a rim runner and just strong as hell. So I don't know.
BG did have some strong moments tonight. Something last year that I feel like we were missing a little bit was the strength to the post strength. And I think BG looks like that he is doing that instead of just replicating Amari. Whereas Amari could hit those that were 6-7 foot shots, and BG just couldn't. Nice. I mean, we didn't have any Hawthorne tonight, but yeah, I don't know, BG. It's so nice that he might be our third best 5.
And hey, with the way the SEC officials call
Mhm.
games, you're gonna need a third big. You might get some Reese Potter run in some tight SEC games this year.
Yeah.
So it is a luxury that's probably gonna win us a few more games than we normally would, or at least keep us in the games for some rough stretches when you have Doug Show's calling your games.
Yeah.
Pat Adams.
I will talk about Mo.
Speaking of fouls.
Yeah, he got 4, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I mean, he just had so many good moments where it was like that shouldn't have been a shot that got made, but he bullied himself there. Defensively, I feel like what we were playing Trent Noah last year as a lot of time when we were like running really low on guys is what Mo is playing like excellently. And then Trent Noah is playing a big 3. And it's like, I think that worked out tonight. Like he's playing in that Kobe Bryant type role. And I mean, there's going to be nights where he just gets hot from 3 and the whole state kind of collectively busts from enjoying it. But I think that I like that role for Noah better.
Got an interesting question here from Captain Crash. Thank you everybody for commenting. If you could like and subscribe to the stream, we greatly appreciate it. We're just starting off this channel with just a hope and a dream, and we really appreciate all the support. Captain Crash says they ran more offense through BG, not so much Moreno. It's easier to say Moreno looked a certain way when he didn't have to do as much. Now I know that, but that's not to say that they weren't running anything through Moreno, because multiple times tonight they were running this give and go play. I mean, it's obviously it's part of the Zoom action, but it was a very smooth looking give and go between Moreno and I believe Trent Noah, and they may have done Moreno and Jasper Johnson, where it was just a give and go to either an open shot or you just have him crashing to the rim. So we were running plays through Moreno as well, but
as far as that PG 5 thing, I don't think they're going to do that with Moreno very much.
Absolutely not.
But also, there were times tonight, I will say, where BG could have passed it back out when he should have passed it back out, but he gets so much momentum to the rim that it's just not going to happen. Like he's going to either pass it to a guy that's already in his field of vision, whereas Moreno seems to have an awareness on who's sitting back there already. And that kind of like cerebral, like big man play is something that if BG could click into would probably be better.
Yeah. I did notice Purdue did start when you could tell they were trying to play around Moreno on defense because they were concerned about the shot blocking. So you were getting a lot of post passes when Moreno was closing out on them, and that was cool to see. We haven't had that.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, and he's so strong. Like I think and this was something that we called out a few times last year watching him play through his senior year in high school, was he was getting bulkier and like he just looked like he played in a different league than all of the players that he was playing against. It's hard to tell how that's going to translate, right, when they're not playing like in all-star games or whatever, but he looked strong and that showed up tonight, and I think Purdue has a decent front court and very strong, experienced front court, and he held his own all night. But he never looked in over his head, which I think is the biggest thing for vibes, especially playing this kind of game. Like this is Purdue. This isn't a buy-in game in November.
Right. Yeah, I think what we started last year off with, what was it, D2?
Yeah. It was like Kentucky Wesleyan.
Yeah.
And was there another one?
Yeah, I think so. But this is
it was some Dakota, like something up in Dakota. The vibe is
I love the Purdue scrimmage. That should be a thing we do, a Purdue level type of scrimmage. That should be the new thing we do. That's so much more effective than like whatever crappy team we normally would scrimmage. And entertaining.
It was illegal before this.
What's up?
It was like illegal before this. for them to
Really?
make money, basically to like make money off of a D1. Like we had to not play a D1 team unless it was a
that's lame.
secret scrimmage, right? Like it couldn't be televised.
Right. Well, then good. A good rule change that they allow it now.
Yeah.
Boogeyman says, you guys think Braden Hawthorne red shirts?
I don't think so. I think that he looks. I think he looked. I think he looked too good in the summer to not give him some shot. I also don't think that he would last long enough to where that red shirt would come in handy.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Because you could redshirt him this year, but then when he gets some PT and some experience for next season, he'll probably just be playing that one season and be out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like redshirting is a surefire way too for him to look to go in the portal elsewhere after this season and go get some guaranteed playing time. So hopefully we don't redshirt him.
Yeah. Because he has a freakish NBA profile that it's gonna get there's gonna be a lot of media attention on him. As soon as he comes into one of these cupcake games and shows out, it's gonna be on r/NBA draft talk and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's how I make my NBA 2K my players, like that exact mold of player. Just a freak.
Boogeyman also said Mo D is the glue. Now, Boogeyman, he also likes to post online because I did see him saying multiple times with the blue and white, and tonight he did keep saying, "I need Mo D. I need Mo D." So I guess this is his favorite player, but I do know that he posts that a lot online, and I don't know. I figured he'd say it in the comment section.
That it was not like he's always in the play, which is something that you love to see. I mean, it's going to result in fouls, which Yelovich and then that's another thing with having BG, right? If he ends up being your third best 5, he's also your third best 4. If it comes down to it, and we got to play that kind of ball, because they play so fast and so aggressive. I think, especially like when SEC play comes around, you're not going to be able to have enough big guys, and we have enough because we spend a lot of money, and
all of the money.
Yeah, apparently.
I love that we've talked about everybody on the team except for Otega Owe, who's probably the best one. Like such a luxury to have him.
Yeah, his putback off the missed 3. I thought that was BG when it first happened because he got so high. And I think he only played 17 minutes. I thought they were just kind of easing him in a little bit, but yeah, he looks good. His handles look improved.
It's going to take me time to get used to the new haircut, knowing who's who on the court.
It is,
but his bright yellow shoes will help with that.
Yeah,
that stands out.
Yeah, he also looked really good defending, and they had Braden Smith on him the whole time. Anytime that he was in the game, Braden Smith was on him.
It was interesting because what stood out to me was that Otega kind of didn't stand out on the team, which is so odd because last year he really stood out. Like we all saw the Oklahoma game, and really down the stretch of the season, like
the Duke game,
really the Duke, the Vanderbilt. Like there were many times where it's just like, all right, Otega, go win us this game.
And he was leading scorer for most of this game. I kept up with it. Jasper ended up actually leading.
So sick. But the fact that he wasn't popping off the screen like he constantly was last year, I think says a lot about how good this team is and how especially athletic the team is. Because like even someone like Aberdeen, who I thought was really flashing tonight, I kept almost gravitating towards him like I was Owe last year.
Yeah, he's fast. He's so fast. Aberdeen, and so that's something I noticed they were doing very, very well tonight that we were struggling with last year when we didn't have a point guard. Using the 5-man as like a screener all the way down the court, just like staying in a lead blocker, right, all the way down the court. They did that most of the game, and it just kind of negated the full court defense of Purdue. But also Aberdeen is so fast. I think Lowe is also very fast. So that's nice to have. But he also has, I think he operates at a different height. He just has hops to him too. Yeah, I think Aberdeen's going to have some games. I think Aberdeen, Owe, Jasper, maybe eventually Cam, if he gets some like confidence, are going to be the guys that just like from the wing do one of those takeovers, like put up 10 in a row type games.
That's connecting back to the previous point. Last year, it was just Ortega that could do that.
Yeah.
Now we have 4 guys that can do that. Go get a bucket when you need it, which is just I love this team.
And they were those 4 guys were very confident, even when the paint was like crowded, like getting to their spot. They were all doing it, which last year, it was just Ortega. Jax, when he got to play a little bit, but he was still trying to, he almost felt kind of like Cam did tonight, right? Where he was he wasn't pushing for that. And
right.
Yeah, it's good to see. And this is, I'm excited to see what we're going to look like against Cupcake, because this is Purdue. And they looked good tonight. All of them did.
And we don't even have the guy that everybody was talking about all offseason.
Mm-hmm. And then the guy that's probably going to go top 5.
Yeah, just an absolute defensive game changer that's going to come in.
Yeah, both sides of the ball, or both sides of the offense and defense, are both due for major upgrades still.
Yeah.
Captain Crash says Aberdeen totally won him over as backup point guard. Very true, having a second ball handler. And Colin Chandler had 4 assists? So we have 3 legitimate point guard capable guys.
Yeah. And then
that can also get a bucket.
And Jasper did it too, a little bit.
Didn't even think about Jasper.
Yeah. So I do feel much more confident in our ability to bring the ball up the court and get offense initiated this year.
Jelinek brought the ball up a couple times and didn't look like I was going to scream at the TV when he did it. It looked fine.
Yeah, I do feel like we did see a little bit more Mo and Jelly doing offensive initiation than we did last year with Carr, right? And that I think helps a lot with our post guys playing at the post and confidently going in and just dunking it or getting a good layup. What was our layups? 12 for 16. I feel like we had so many games last year where it was we missed half our layups. And that was so frustrating. But all of this is offensively, it feels like we didn't even click, but it didn't matter because defensively they were so suffocating. Yeah.
Did we get to 80? No, 78. So, a low offensive game for us, and it was still a 13-point win.
Yeah, and that's shooting 49%, 31% from 3. 9 for 13 from free throws. I think I wasn't really expecting especially his first game on ESPN playing Purdue, but Moreno hitting his free throws. I think he's going to probably struggle with free throws. So you take his 2 out. The guys that I expected to hit them went 9 for 11, and that's not bad.
Another huge. Oh wait, well I saw Rap's face when he said.
I'd say 9/11 is bad. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah. So another huge aspect of the game, and I can't believe I haven't brought it up by now. We out-rebounded Purdue by 12. And that was another thing last year where we would get killed on the boards, especially early in the year. And we won it by 12. And we had guards crashing the boards tonight. Yeah. It's just, talk about learning from last season and collecting the data and immediately improving upon all of the weaknesses of last year's team. And I know it's just one game, but it is against the number 1 preseason team in the country. And I know that 2 years ago, Arkansas did beat Purdue in preseason.
Yeah, they didn't. They beat them in overtime in preseason, and that team fell apart. So yeah,
was that an ED team still?
Yeah, it was an ED team, and then the team, and Yeah, early ED team. Yeah. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. I don't know. I think what kills me with this team and the stuff that's sticky is, like you said, the guards crashing for rebounds. Like, Colin had 5 rebounds, and Jasper almost got a rebound on his own missed 3.
I saw that. He was following his shot.
If he had followed it,
Yeah,
he was right there.
So it's like they've obviously made a point to make that like a priority this year. And so guys from the perimeter crashing and taking, because a lot of them were just taken out of people's hands. And that kind of play is sticky. Like, it's not something that it's just a fluke.
Just the fact that they're already doing like the little things like that is just what a luxury it is.
They seem very well coached. But I've never been accused of being a Pope Glazer, but yeah, they seem very well coached, and they seemed ready physically, like conditioning wise, ready tonight. And then even like guys who aren't maybe expected to play deep into March or whatever are just showing out against a really good team. I mean, if you look at, and you can check, but yeah, the starters were all around 30 minutes for Purdue. You know, like, we didn't have anybody like that.
Is Purdue fully healthy?
I think so.
They looked so unimpressive for being as highly touted as they are.
I honestly think that they are under-conditioned. And this is probably a wake-up call.
Clough or whatever, their big dude, he looked just like bad, out of shape, slow. I was shocked at how bad they were physically.
So, and then Kaufman kept getting the ball taken out of his hands.
We're I don't mean to derail the show, but that is my favorite thing to do. We're 32 minutes into it, and I just realized that I was using the wrong audio device to do it. Do I sound better now?
Oh, yeah, you do. You sound a little bit more clear. You kind of had like a little bit of the echo. Huh? No, it wasn't.
You know, it's a exhibition game for us too.
That's true. Yeah,
getting better.
Working out the kinks.
I do think Purdue is going to end up better than they were playing tonight. I will say that. But I also think Kentucky will be better than they played tonight. And that is exciting.
That's the thing, right? Where I know we were saying this about last year's team in the beginning of it was that we knew that when we started the season off well, it was like, this is, obviously this is good, but you worried about the ceiling of last year's team. Because, I mean, when you have, players like Andrew Carr or Lamont Butler, they were who they were. And they were good players, but who they were in the beginning of the year and who they were at the end of the year, they can only go so much. Like, they kind of maxed out. That is kind of how I see that Purdue team. Like, how much better is Braden Smith going to be at the end of the year than he is right now? Whereas the kind of players that we got, like, how much better is Jasper going to be at the end of the year?
And
Cam.
And then the guys who didn't even get to play.
JQ. That's yeah. That's the big takeaway. Reese Potter, I feel like he could have got some run on Purdue tonight.
I do too, yeah. Because they wouldn't have stopped him from shooting a 3 just wide open. And he probably would have banged at least one.
Oh yeah. Vol says, hey, it's nice to see Vol in the chat. Vol, friend of the program.
Shut up, Vol.
This is the championship quality squad, laying all jokes aside after the night of comfortable taking us against anybody in college basketball. So true. Not scared of anybody. I'm not going to lie, especially with the low injury and JQ being out. Oh, it's Vol? He said long O.
That's good. I don't like saying shout out Vol.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I lost. Oh, I was saying
he's voluptuous.
I love that. I was a little concerned with the Louisville game because of not being sure about low status and JQ probably like, oh no, is this the year? And then we went and we beat Purdue with very little resistance. Now it's like, all right, yeah, we're just gonna beat their ass again. So
I do hope we beat that shit out of it. Like that would be so funny. I do think Louisville's going to be decent. They're going to be a pretty good team. But yeah, I feel a lot more comfortable going into that, even without it. Until today, when I saw that he was expected to be back by Louisville, I didn't expect Lowe to be back. And this squad, I would expect to win at Louisville.
Tonight's roster, you mean, without Lowe? Yeah, me too, especially after tonight. Louisville has 2 cupcake games before us, so they won't have any actual test. We have that today.
But tonight they play somebody, right?
I have their regular schedule up. It doesn't have their.
They have an exhibition tonight against somebody.
A legitimate team?
Yeah.
Oh, then I take back my point. We'll still kill them either way.
Ooh, that's what I love to hear. Where I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I think our bigs are just so much better than theirs. And then our guards look better than I expected them to look. So, because what's Ali Khalifa going to do against any of our guys?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
I never realized how badly I want to see Ali Khalifa and Brandon Garrison on the same court.
Oh, dude, that is entertainment right there.
Oh, yeah. I'll go and look at all this. Did you see we caught an Evan Maestri already?
Again?
He was he posted the Arkansas beating Purdue thing, which was in overtime. Okay. It was in an overtime win. And then that Arkansas team fell off because they had insane locker room shit going on. That team was good. They had just been to the Sweet 16. And then there was a lot of off the court stuff that really derailed that season. So it's a different when our guys who people aren't expecting to play, and then you have a minutes thing where you see this from all of the college basketball personalities, but it's depth is overrated. They keep saying that, but depth, when you can sprint the whole game and you play an offensive style that is fast and physically demanding, and then they play defense like they did tonight, and you can afford to foul. I don't know. I think depth might not be underrated with this style of ball. That's it's like the Thunder thing from last year, right? They
just keep throwing bodies at them.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll just find the right combination, and
then for our 10th body to be who's our 10th best guy?
Yelovich, probably.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yelovich, he'll get better over the course of the year. Speaking of guys like that, especially where you could tell he was getting baited into some college basketball stuff that you can tell he's not accustomed to. So he was biting on stuff. He'll figure it out. Oh yeah. See, now I'm confused with the name. I'm going to say Vol. Screw it. He's Vol. He said 10th might be Noah, and that's true. That could be.
But he's our starting 3 tonight.
Either way. Yeah, that's a great 10th man.
Yeah. What I like about Noah too is that he's got a real nose for the ball. He will just roll right into a crowd and just try to get away with the rebound, or he'll take some chances on steals. I really like that. You can just see.
That's what Reed used to do, and he still does it in the NBA. He tries to get away with he's very, very handsy. Yeah, and he looks I don't know if he grew, or if he just muscled up a little bit or what, but he looks different physically this year. I know we did say he's going to grow 3 inches per year over the next 4 years.
Yeah,
basketball skill.
That's a troll spivey with laser there.
Speaking of that, makes me think of watching Wembanyama. I don't know if anybody's ever going to win another basketball game, because that guy looks like he should be in a different league, like a
superhuman league.
Yeah, exactly. Like a league where you're allowed to take whatever you want, right?
The Monstars League from Space Jam.
Yeah, and then
It
I
is
feel
going.
like we have those types of guys today. I mean, we don't have a 7'6" guy, right? But we do have very, very long wingspan, Cam and Hawthorne, who kind of give me those vibes. In the college game, they're kind of like that, right? Just see some confidence.
Some long boys.
Some long boys, some long skinny boys.
Where I my worry about why am I blank about? Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna keep. I sound like the kid who's trying to describe his dream right now.
Have you ever had a dream?
About Wembanyama, goodness, where I worry that basketball is not going to be fun anymore, that he's going to just ruin the sport that I love because nobody's going to be better than him. And clock's a ticking on that.
It's going to be like injuries will be the only thing that would stop his reign of terror, I feel like, at this point. He's just so good.
I did see we have one here. Who was surprised that Noah started? I don't think we can be surprised by that when you've been shooting the pill the way like that guy has. He's probably just forced their hand. And you know, it was Cam that didn't start, right? That was the position battle. There was Cam Williams or Trent Noah. Like you would think, like Cam will come on as the season goes on. It's not even like he played bad, but I think he'll turn it up as the course of the season happens. Did Caleb freeze or is he?
Oh no, I'm looking at the numbers. Let me see.
Oh, he's stemming.
Who had the highest plus minus? That's the most important. You know who it was?
Modi. Oh, plus minus king.
Wait, who was it?
Colin.
Makes sense.
He's a Swiss Army guy. He does it all out there. That dunk he had was crazy.
Yeah.
It still shocks me how athletic he is every time he does something like that.
Yep. I can't tell what is it. What is it about him?
I think it's his age. You know, being an older sophomore, that's got to be it.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks a lot more comfortable with the ball in his hands this year, which I think is more natural. Like, he plays the 2, I think, a lot better than he plays the 3 or whatever. And he was also just a pain for Braden Smith all night, which he was the best point guard in the league last year, and Colin kept him in check whenever he had him. That's good.
Vol says, "Yeah, I called that starting lineup. By the way, self-glaze. I mean,
self-glaze.
He's Marilyn Mansoning himself in the chat right now.
I think who. So is it Noah? Was Noah getting swapped with
Cam?
Just Cam, and then
Chandler.
Well, Chandler played the 2, didn't he?
Yeah.
I feel like it was either Chandler or Jasper that were out there.
I don't think any of when Lowe gets back. I don't think any of them are starting. I think you're going to have to do Lowe, Aberdeen, and Owe.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. And honestly, I do wonder what Denzel Aberdeen's offensive game looks like whenever he's not bringing the ball up the court. If he gets to do some off-ball type stuff, but
I feel like he had some spot up off-ball threes today. I don't whether or not he made them. I don't remember, but
he hit one and it did not spin. That's the one thing about his ball is it doesn't spin, and they did a slow-mo of it just like in the air. It looks like a PNG file that somebody's just dragging across the screen. It's weird.
He shoots a knuckleball.
Yeah.
He's got a green light too, because he was taking some shots where I was like, "Don't do that," because he was almost at the logo, just throwing it up there.
Yeah,
I love the confidence, but
yeah, Jasper was doing the same thing, but he went 3 for 7.
Apparently, basketball 1234 wants to know why Pope didn't wear a suit and rub tonight. Good question. It wasn't a real game.
Exactly. No overreactions from this game.
It's easier to point to the Dan Issel jersey too when you're in a tracksuit than it is a regular suit, which is Pope's favorite thing to do.
You guys have any thoughts on the Georgetown game? I've done no scouting on Georgetown. They've been irrelevant for the better part of 20 years now.
Which Georgetown? Because it could be either one that you're talking
university. About. Yeah, it's the. They have so many good like player editions of shoes too, and still coming out like so many good like Georgetown Jordan 1s and like Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s that come out, and they're just so bad.
It's a shame because they used to be so cool. When the Big East was the Big East we knew and loved, I loved Georgetown.
Yeah,
really cool branding. Like that. Eventually, someone's going to figure it out, right?
You would think so.
It'd be cool.
Not Patrick Ewing.
No.
They tried the Memphis thing.
What's the Memphis thing?
Is Penny still there?
Yeah.
At Memphis? Jesus.
Oh. Yeah. And so I guess after next episode we'll do our non-con predictions and we'll get the return of the bet wheel. And that'll be fun. You guys have any closing thoughts on this one?
Buy your Jasper Johnson stock now while you can.
Very true.
I don't think he's going to last. I think he's a one and done. I do think he's a one and done.
That's sad.
Good for us and good for him.
Yeah, I do think that. I mean, I think that means like that's good things for like Pope showing that he can do that, because I do think he's going to end up being a top 15 pick.
Yeah. I wonder what the odds swing was tonight for SEC Sixth Man of the Year in his favor.
Yeah.
That's gonna go up. All right. Well, it for us. So everybody, thank you for joining the Catican. For Caleb, for Trill Raftery, I'm Jared.
It throws me off every time. It throws me off. Raftery throws me off.
I had to look it up.
We'll stick with Raf. It's the one you don't think it is.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining the Catican, and go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.